Well, this is kind of strange. Over 50 colleagues of New York City paramedic bitten in face have suffered attacks. Well, these 50 colleagues has been bitten by people receiving the vaccine. I don't know more details about that other than that's the fact. So that's kind of strange. I do remember, I know there's a lot of you that don't like Paul Bagley, that he's just trying to make money. But let me tell you something. Sometimes I've uploaded something with Steve Quayle, and then people comes on the channel and commenting, "Oh, he's just trying to make money." Um, please, stupid scoffer, what kind of job do you have? Are you trying to make a living? Are you trying to have a job where you can pay your bills? Well, in this case, Steve Quayle is a very high educated person, and he's writing books and he's making DVDs and he's making a living by doing that. But from what I understand is that you rather he was stocking shelves in Walmart in order to be respected. I don't understand that analogy there. I don't get it, why you are so upset over that. That he is writing books, that he is informing you of what's going on, and because he's got a very keen tune in on what exactly is going on, just like I do, right? But we are not supposed to talk about the needle on YouTube, or for that matter, the beer bug. So we are not. But nevertheless, these people have been viciously attacked by other humans who has received the vaccine. And Paul Begley, who is, yeah, he's making a living doing what he's doing. He's bringing people to Christ. And, oh, it's so bad that he's actually making a living doing so. What's the most important? That is to bring people to Christ. That he's able to pay his bills by meticulously for hours a day and long hours into the night, researching with his wife, finding stuff and putting it all together to give it to you in order that your eyes might be opened. I have another idea. I'm shaking trees, and hopefully some monkeys fall down from that tree and hit their head and wake up to the fact that we are living in the end times. This is the end, people, and you gotta understand that. It is the end. And if you don't understand that, well, it's okay. But if you don't want to listen, I'm just gonna brush off my sandals and walk on and speak to someone else. And maybe they want to listen. If you don't want to listen, it's your choice. I do care. I can also say I don't care. Because you make your own choices. If you don't want to listen, well, you're going to miss out. I know what I'm talking about, and I'm not lying to you. I wouldn't dream of lying to you. But this is peculiar. And Paul Bailey has talked about something called the zombie apocalypse. This is very strange. People vaccinated attacking other humans by biting them in their faces, like bloody cannibals. This is very strange. And then we got something else going on here. This is an announcement from Texas Governor Greg Abbott, my governor, a true Texan, a true American. For immediate distribution, March 19, 2021, Governor Abbott blasts President Biden's over conditions at unaccompanied minor facilities. Austin. Governor Greg Abbott today blasted the Biden administration for the conditions of the federally run unaccompanied minor facilities in Texas caused by the sudden surge of minors coming across the border. Remember that Biden stopped the building of the wall, and yet the taxpayers, because of the contract that has been made regarding building the wall, you're still going to pay for something that is not going to be built. But nevertheless, the communists want these unaccompanied children in this country. For whatever reason. Could we say sex trafficking? Pizzagate? Yeah, I think so. The water at the federal-run unaccompanied minor facility in Midland was not proven safe prior to placing children in the facility. In addition, there has been a COVID outbreak in the Carrizo Springs facility. The Biden administration has been abject failure when it comes to ensuring the safety of unaccompanied minors who cross our border. The conditions of unaccompanied minors face these federal-run facilities are unacceptable and inhuman. From lack of safe drinking water in one location to COVID-19 outbreak in another. The Biden administration has no excuse for subjecting these children to these kind of conditions. President Biden's refusal to address the border crisis is not only enabling criminal actors like, as I said, human trafficking and smugglers, but this exposing innocent unaccompanied children to illness and potentially unsafe living conditions. The administration must act now to keep the children safe, secure our border, and end this humanitarian crisis. The governor has deployed Texas Department of State Health Services resources personnel to Carrizo Springs to investigate, identify, and combat the outbreak of COVID-19 in a federally run facility. The Texas Commission Environmental Quality has notified the Midland facility of their need to address this serious water issue. So, what the Democrats has always done to its voters, its blind believers, is that they're playing or preying on your emotions. And when they do so, you lose your no, not lose. You come to suffer from cognitive dissonance. And every choice you make in your life, because you are liberal, become a hazard not only to your country but also to yourself. And even though that is taking place, you still, every second year or in fourth year, run up and vote for the same idiots, the same evil people, again and again and again. So, I kind of want to say, if you're a liberal, you got to be insane. What is the definition of insanity? That is to do the same and the same and the same and the same over and over and over again and expecting a different result. Every time you are voting for a liberal or the Democrats, you're getting the same crap again and again and again. You just can't get beyond your bloody emotions. You cannot run a country and keep this country safe from foreign and domestic enemies by relying on your emotions. You need your wits here. You need to be, how do I say that? You need to be very keen on examining everything and make decisions out of what you have examined and leave your bloody heart out of it. There is always someone everywhere on this planet, not just America, but everywhere, who is not okay with something. That's just humanity. That's just how we are. But sometimes we need to make some very harsh decisions and say, okay, if we do this, this is very harmful to our country. Meaning you're using your brain, not your heart. And we know that some people won't like it. But we have to do this in order to survive as a nation. We must. If you fail to do that, and you use your heart in your decisions, oh, it's so sad for these children, or these unaccompanied children. Hey, no, it's not in that sense. It is in that sense. But what I mean by that is, these children would not have come here if the border has been closed and kept closed and the wall is still being built. And what was it Biden, he said? We want you to come, but not right now. Wait. We all know that he said that. That is meaning that he is giving carte blanche, meaning green light for you to come up here. And you're not better off here than you were where you came from. Because the administration in Washington now, they don't care about you. They just want to create chaos. They just want actually to get their foot inside Texas so they can run their little scheme and take over Texas. That's what they hope they can. But I got news for you in Washington. That ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry to say that, but don't even think about it. You are going to be shown and kicked to the state border. And if you don't want to leave, you will be shot dead because you don't want to. This is America. This is Texas. And I know how people think here. I come around. I've been around because I drive an 18-wheeler. And I hear what people are saying. I'm listening. And they don't like you. And I can assure you, you will be shown the state border at the end of the barrel of a gun. if you don't understand that Texas is America, and we remain America, and we will fight to last man standing for America. If you liberals in the northeastern states and on the west coast don't understand that, you're as good as dead. You might as well just put your hands out and get your shackles on and walk to the nearest FEMA camp and be exterminated in the name of the new Green Deal, the Paris Accord, or global warming, or bullshit they put in your heads. This is why this is being done. This is planned. They leave the borders open, going strictly against what President Trump did. He closed it off. And he succeeded in doing so. And the Biden administration has not even been in office for 2 months. A little over 2 months now. And look at the problems we already have. Why is that? Because they don't give a shit about this country. They don't give a shit about you. And that has been the mantra from the Democratic Party ever since its inception in this country. There was a president who said, if there was anybody who would cause the downfall of this great nation, it would be the Democratic Party. And he's one of our founding fathers who said that. So he knew what he was talking about. He knew what they were. Traitors and domestic enemies of this nation. And then there was another president who said that anybody who is willing to give up their freedom for safety and security deserve neither. True. If you're willing to give up your freedom for that, I will gladly follow you to the FEMA camp and let you through the gate and walk home again and forget about you. You made your choice. You want to die as a slave. There's another president who said, give me liberty or give me death. Pretty much telling you that he rather want a bloody civil war in the fight for freedom than he wants to be a slave. If you don't understand what's going on, I know there's rotten apples everywhere, in the Republicans and in the Democrats. Well, that's over the entire board. They're all corrupt. Period. They don't have your best interest. They only have their own interest in mind. Sucking money up from you and pissing on you at the same time. You Republicans, yeah, they do the same too, in a sense. But there are some good Republicans out there who really want to make a difference and ensuring the continuation of this great nation. If you really want to save this nation from this political morass, You vote those Democrats out, period. Once and for all, in all your counties, in your states, and nationwide. You don't put your vote on them because they want you dead. They don't want you. They just want to sit in their ivory towers and have you as slaves until you die. And all this talk about the Green Deal and we have to preserve the environment. Of course we have to preserve the environment, but I can assure you that our footprint on this planet is nothing compared to 1 week's of volcanic eruption, such as Kilauea in 2019. Was it 18? That one in 1 week spewed out more CO2 into the atmosphere, which is so bad for us, right? And mankind has done in all the time it's been on planet Earth combined. So maybe we should blame the volcanoes on global warming and on humanity. What are we going to do about that? Put a cork in it, like a bottle of champagne? It's going to blow sooner or later anyway. You can't stop a volcano. But you can stop the Democratic Communist Party by not voting for them anymore and ensuring your freedom. I don't want a civil war. I don't advocate for a civil war. But what I've already seen and what they're already launching within the first 2 months of their bloody rule, they want to take away your guns. And what has happened in all the countries where they have disarmed people? Look at Soviet Union, look at China, Cambodia, Vietnam, Venezuela, Chile, Peru, Cuba. What has happened there? People got slaughtered by the government, claiming they were dissidents. They did not go along with the program that so-called leaders had set in their minds to run a country. Why do you think it is China is going around the entire world, buying up land, making allies with all kinds of enemies of the Western world? Why do you think that is? It is because China is no longer self-sustainable. They can't feed their own people anymore. Why? Because the wealth of the people is being taken away and is sucked into the government. And you cannot run your country like that. You can for a while. Sooner or later it's going to fall apart. And it's going to fall apart badly. And if you choose to continue wanting to have Democrats running this country, stupid liberals, sorry, but you are stupid, you're going to get the same result. You're going to end up like China. And you're going to die for it. For your bad decisions. Because you are insane. Because you keep doing the same and the same and the same and the same. Expecting a different result. And you just get the same. Them pissing on you and stealing your money. Taking away everything that you have worked hard for. Letting people running over the border that they want to give free healthcare. They want to give them free vaccines. They want to give them everything in order for them to love the Democratic Party, to give them the vote for the next election, to ensure that the Democratic Party is in power for eternity. And if you can't see that writing on the wall, you can't see a damn thing. And you're no use to this country. So you might as well just pack it up and get the fuck out of here. Because you're no use. You're useless. Absolutely useless. You ain't contributing to anything. Nothing. It's just fact. And they want to give these illegal immigrants the right to vote? They're not even citizens. You cannot vote unless you are a citizen. And what are they bitching about too? Oh no, we cannot have that people have to have voter ID. Everybody has to be able to vote. Not according to law. If you are not a citizen of this country, you are not eligible for voting. Ain't that correct? Yeah, it is. Go read the bloody text. It's the law. You cannot vote if you're not a United States citizen. Period. They want to give them the right to do so. So they're giving them all these kind of gifts. Oh, come up here. We will take care of you. Oh, they are so nice to us. While they're taking the children and distributing out to Pizzagate, to all the pedophiles. And then they give you the right to vote. And then you vote for them again. And then they piss on you. And they're going to do it again and again and again and again. And you're still in your heart condition. Oh, instead of using your brain. Remember what I said. If you are making your decision out of a heart, you are reacting on your emotions. And when you are reacting in the interest of this country by your emotions, you are going to hurt this country. But if you're using your brain, what is good and what is not, and make decisions out of that, you are ensuring the prosperity and the safety of this country. And I can say to you, as JFK said, as my final words in this, ask not what your country can do for you, but ask, what can you do for your country? Over and out. God bless you. And you need God. You seriously need Him. He loves you. And if you're willing, He is willing too. And you know what I mean by that. But as long as you're shaking your fist against Him, He's just going to allow the enemy of this country to take you down. Is that really something you want? I don't hope so. This is your last bloody chance to make a difference. And please, liberals, seriously need to wake up. They have not your best interest in mind. They don't care about you. They just want your vote and steal everything that you have worked hard for. That's just how they are. Evil and wretched to the core of their bloody spine. Every single one of them. Do you love your family? You want to keep your family intact. And you're done voting for them. And you work against them, ending them. Show them the door and kick them out. Then your family will be safe. And not a moment before that. As it is right now, no one in this country is safe. No one. We all have a target on our backs. But you can change that. Not by violence, but simple vote them out and disobedience to their draconian laws that they're putting in place. They're stripping away your freedoms, stripping away your dignity. And if you don't have dignity, you have nothing. God bless you.